I remember our Councilman Harris, as he was playing basketball, we see Charles and Gene when we were developing this program. It's been a while, but I just want to inform everybody that the City Farm, Mitchell Marina, and Riverview Farm Park in those plans was all one. It's Riverview Farm Park. All that property. It's not a separate section when we were designing the park. Mr. Pawlowski was the coordinator for the parks at the time, and we took a tour of the city farm and all the property that was to be part of this park. We were given a history lesson. The berms on that park were built by General Magruder's people while they were fighting General McClellan's people during the Civil War. On that property, it was also found to be part of Warwick Town. And it was through the task force that said that any construction on any of this property for the park would have archaeological digs before going further with any buildings. When they went in to build a gymnasium for the city farm, they had to go in and do an archaeological dig, in which they found a well on the property, and they had to move where they wanted to put the basketball gymnasium then. So where the pigs were kept on this farm, they found Civil War buttons of Union prisoners or of the Confederacy, where Confederate soldiers held Union prisoners there. So it's imperative that this all stay part of the park and no construction be taken there. You got Mitchell Marina, which is the last base for all of your oystermen on this side of the river. And once you start building those houses, they're going to come in and say, hey, you can't run them oystermen at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I need you all to take a serious look at what you're doing when you start considering selling that park for housing. This is the last park area that's on the waterfront. You shouldn't take it away from the citizens so that you can make a quick buck. You should give it to the citizens to enjoy. It was designed that you have one. And my time is up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
The city manager of Newport News. Berry has used these policies as barriers against our organization and efforts to continue the legacy of the great Dr. Martin Luther King, as well as blue collar, white collar, elderly, and disabled citizens of Newport News. The building of these barriers have sustained through the ongoing and continuous use of pernicious, anemic policies that have immediately, upon the arrival of Mr. Berry, July 2013, and we believe still continues to this day. It is not by coincidence Mr. Berry was asked to resign in 2010 from his job in Greenville, South Carolina as city manager. And equally important to note that the short tenure of Mr. Berry as county administrator in El Dorado, California. We believe that Mr. Berry has demonstrated blatant insensitivity in the needs and interests of the common citizens of Newport News. However, Mr. Berry is relentless in his pursuit of appealing to the social elite and special interest groups. We believe that the city manager began the process as excluding the citizens of Newport News and the decision process regarding elimination of former City Farm area as a public park. That would be Riverdale Farm Park. It's a collection of one. And to begin developing City Farm property for high-end houses, when Mr. Berry made a unilateral decision to eliminate positions and jobs of the City Farm. It is nothing short of insensitive for this proposal not to be embraced and supported. When urban revitalization occurs, it is an opportunity to embrace the entire community and not just those who are connected with the social elite. So, Dr. King stated, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference is committed to nonviolence, actions to achieve social, economic, and political justice, believing in the oneness of human family and the efficiency of love in human relations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for listening.
History lesson earlier today. I want to continue with that history lesson. I think most of the citizens here this evening, they are here for several reasons. One is accountability. The next is transparency. And yes, many are here calling and demanding for the termination of James Jim Bory as city manager of Newport News. Let us give you a history lesson. 30 years ago, Reverend Dr. Marcellus Harris, he and others, he marched here in City Hall on behalf of a city employee who was dealing with unequal terms and conditions of employment. He got the citizens together, they mobilized, and they made a difference. That former city employee was Andrew Shannon. The only thing that Dr. Harris asked of me was that you take this mantle and you help others, be a voice for the voiceless. And then I was introduced to Dr. Curtis W. Harris, the first African-American mayor in the city of Hopewell. Then I met Martin Luther King III and Dr. Bernice King and all of the King family members, and they said, Andrew Shannon, you keep agitating, you keep instigating, and you keep fighting for justice and equality. So that's why we're here today. 30 years ago, Bert, this whole council was under the direction of the citizens to listen to them because they wanted to make an amphitheater in Newport News Park. And they wanted to do what? Make an incinerator in Oyster Point. Well, you know what happened? I said the citizens got together. They mobilized. And they turned the entire council around. I said they voted them all out. So I want you to listen to the voices of the citizens. I want you to understand that they're here for a reason. Accountability, transparency, and Jim, you must go, and you must go now. Thank you.
City Council and the citizens of Newport News. I hear that the city of Newport News is considering development of about 1,000 apartments or houses in the property of Riverview Park area. Lately, my doctor told me that she wants me to walk every evening in order to help me sleep. Also, I have a condition in my neck, and if the condition of the roads is any indication of what will happen if we develop the housing back in the Riverview area and the Menchville High School area are an example. The roads we would experience 1,000 apartments back there. The roads would be worse, and I'm sure that my sleep and my neck condition would get worse. Thanks very much. I recommend that the City Council think of some other option for this property.
Thank you. Zachary?
First of all, I'd just like to thank all of y'all for having me here today. I'm a 16-year-old kid. I'm a student at Menchville High School. And lately I've been getting a lot of people telling me about how Riverview Farm Park has the city farm on it and that people want to build housing, not just like high-end housing. They want people to move back there and just cause all this traffic. So the city farm is a part of Riverview Farm Park. Taking the city farm and taking the overlook over the water over there is taking the Riverview and the farm out of Riverview Farm Park. We can't have this. I'm here today to strongly encourage you guys to vote against this. I've been a member and a citizen of Newport News for 16 years now. And I've been going to this park since I was about 5 years old. I've been playing soccer with the Newport News Parks and Rec Association for 10 years now. And every game, after win or lose, I'm always happy because I get to walk over the overlook with my father. Every single game. And you guys taking this away, or voting for it to be taken away, to build development, will not go good with me. My nephew now does this. I walk with him after every single soccer game he has. I walk with him over this overlook. And I would hate to see it go, and I hate to see a bunch of high-end houses there, have a bunch of traffic over there. Thank you.
I live in the Highwood area. I would like to call for the resignation of Mr. O'Gorey. And also have some questions about the Riverview development. I want to know why most of these plans have not been revealed to citizens in Newport News. What I mean by that is how much is this project going to cost the city? How are we planning to pay for it? How many jobs are going to be created? I'd also like to say, Mr. Mayor, maybe you step out of your dentist office. You know there's a program called Link to Help the Homeless in reference to item G1 goes around the church and runs through that, correct? Thank you.
22 Executive Drive, Central District. Good evening to the council, civil servants, and my fellow residents. If you'd wish to shoot a propaganda piece advertising the success and social harmony of American public culture, you could hardly pick a better weekend set than Riverview Farm Park in Newport News. People arrive at Riverview Farm Park in all manners of dress, age, shape, varying accent, color, and background. Some are organized with determination, sweat in teams, others relaxed, socialized, or enjoy solitude. The behavior there is courteous. The atmosphere is obviously happy and egalitarian. Will the public's Riverview Farm Park improve or decline? A proposal to sell the finest grounds of the park, now off-limits City Farm, is before the council. The proposal will grant the public access to a thin sliver of waterfront, about 100 feet, which they already own. Mansions of the wealthy would look down on us plebs waiting on the sliver. The mansions on high will have the best view in Hampton Roads, 4 miles of the James as it was in 1600. No drawbridge, no shipyard cranes, no power lines of even the planned Skiff Creek proposal. The 100-foot public sliver will be the needed sacrifice to possible weather erosion and inevitable sea level rise from global warming and local subsidence. It will vanish with time. Please let us enjoy City Farm. Don't sell it and push us toward a social third world.